Hello again, and welcome to another one of my Adam's Corner videos. I'm Adam Long, the host of the podcast Adam's Corner, and I do a monthly roundup of 4K and Blu-ray physical media releases, and I showcase the actual. Well, you can see what I'm talking about on these videos, I guess is what I'm getting at. And today, I have a new arrival. This comes out next Tuesday. I'm recording this on July the 10th. It comes out in 5 days. And it's a pretty big release from the folks at Lionsgate Unlimited. And I just wanted to give everyone a quick look at this. I'm quite impressed. It's Bill Paxton's directorial debut, Frailty. You can see it there. This, of course, is a gothic horror film that is quite understood to be one of the, probably one of the great horror films of the last 25 years. It was a very impressive debut. I know Stephen King was a big fan of it. I saw it in a theater in April of 2001, I believe it was. I believe it was 2001, or was it 2002? Those years run together. I believe it was 2002. Anyway, point being, I saw Frailty in a theater in April of its release year. Let's just put it that way. When it originally came out, was quite impressed. The end of the film is, it's quite. If you're not prepared for it, it's quite one of the great endings for a horror film of its type. And the basic premise, of course, being that Bill Paxton is, or was rather, a father who was convinced that there were people in his town who were demons, and he received a religious message from God telling him to get rid of the demons. And I won't say any more than that. Matthew McConaughey is the adult child of his character, and it's told in flashbacks. Frailty is, like I said, just great. And Lionsgate Unlimited has done a new, I'll give you the stats here. What we have here is, this is the little card that comes with it. Audio commentaries with Bill Paxton and writer Brent Hanley. And there's a production audio commentary with the editor, the producer David Kirshner, and composer Brian Tyler. There's an Anatomy of a Scene featurette, courtesy of Sundance Channel, and there's a Making of Frailty featurette. There's new deleted scenes with optional director, well, these are obviously older deleted scenes, some of them, but there are director commentary on these. Yeah, I think some of these have appeared before, but anyway, storyboards, photo gallery, TV spots, and I'm sorry, those were archival extras. What you get in terms of the Lionsgate Limited extras that have never been issued before, a father figure establishing shot featurettes. Those are 2 featurettes. More stories from the Frailty set, a teaser trailer, and the theatrical trailer. So yeah, this is quite the impressive package to make it even more collectible. It's a nice slipcase here, you'll see. And the back is some nice artwork there. If you've seen the film, you know what that's referring to. You coming out of it, you get this really cool script, reproduction of Bill Paxton's shooting script. And it's a little glare there. Sorry about that. There we go. I think you can see it a little bit. To get his hand, his drawings and illustrations, his markings inside. This is a reproduced copy of his handwritten notes, the script. You can see there. It's really quite interesting to behold. And you get to see his own personal notes. And so, yeah, this is, as far as the disc itself, it comes here with this on a 4K and a Blu-ray. So, yeah, it's going for about $39.99, I think, on the Lionsgate Limited site. Get them while you can. It's a limited edition. These things do tend to go out of print. Oh, and here is the artwork on the yeah. So anyway, yeah. If you don't have, or if you're a fan of Frailty, rather, you really do need to pick this up, because it's quite an impressive set from the packaging. I haven't gotten around to actually looking at the video or hearing the audio, so I can't say about the quality, but I'm sure it's great because it's been restored from the original negative. The original Blu-ray had some problems. I'm sure this is a much better transfer of the film. So I just wanted to let people get a first look at Frailty from Lionsgate Limited, and let you see what that looks like. Okay, a couple of Warner Archive titles and Warner Brother titles here that we'll talk about. Well, first of all, there's a reissue of 21 Grams with Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro, Naomi Watts, of course, from director Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu, Oscar-winning director there. This is a great film. Out of print for a while, originally released by Focus Features, and it's back in print. And so just wanted to let people know about that. The DC animated movie Batman Ninja has been issued by Warner Brothers proper. You don't get, there's an original Japanese audio on this, 3 featurettes. So this has been issued, this animated film, part of the DC universe, and a couple more Warner Brothers related titles. One is The Enchanted Cottage. This is a love story from the World War II era. It's about a man who returns hideously scarred from World War II, leaving his fiancée, believing no woman could ever love him, but he meets a very plain young woman who thinks no man would love a woman so lacking in physical beauty as she. And it's considered to be one of the great romance films of the 40s. There's quite a following on this. Originally released by RKO, Warner Archive has done a great restoration of this. And it's directed by John Cromwell, whose son was James Cromwell of Babe fame. This is and I think this film has been edited in subsequent reissues. This is the complete 92-minute version. So just wanted to let people know about The Enchanted Cottage from Warner Archive. Another Warner Brothers reissue is Looney Tunes Platinum Collection Volume 2. Volume 1 I haven't gotten yet. It's on the way. But these have been reissued. It's 8 hours of animated content here. And you get insightful documentaries, rare footage, over 30 bonus shorts, 28-page booklet, music and effects only track on some of these. These were previously out of print and going for quite a high amount of money. Now they have been reissued, so for those who didn't want to spend the exorbitant amounts that were being asked in order to get one, now you can get the reissued version, which is just as good as those that are out of print. Shane has been issued in 4K Ultra HD from Kino Lorber Studio Classics. This includes an audio commentary by Alan K. Rode, audio commentary by George Stevens Jr., it's directed by his father, George Stevens, of course, and the theatrical trailer on this. This is 4K Ultra HD presentation of one of the great westerns of all time, starring Alan Ladd, Jean Arthur, and Van Heflin. Like I said, Kino Lorber releasing Shane, and they've licensed this from the folks at Paramount. We have, as part of the Kino Cult line of titles, Sugar Hill, and this is directed by Paul Maslansky, who also was responsible for, he was the producer, one of the producers on, I think he was involved with the Police Academy films. I want to say maybe Carrie. Maybe he was a producer on that, I believe. I want to say. He had his hands in quite a few films that are fondly remembered, mostly fondly remembered. This is about a voodoo priestess the girlfriend of an exotic nightclub owner. His girlfriend calls on a voodoo priestess to get revenge. Audio commentary by Howard S. Berger, Steve Mitchell, Nathaniel Thompson. Interviews with actors Don Pedro Colley, Richard Lawson, Charles Robinson, and the director, and a theatrical trailer, radio spots. Sugar Hill being issued as part of the Kino Cult line of titles. And Danger Diabolique is another 4K Ultra HD release from the good folks at Kino Lorber, a Mario Bava film starring John Philip Law. He's a psychedelic era thief, and it's about his day-to-day goings-on. And this also stars Marissa Mell, Michelle Piccoli, and Terry Thomas And yeah, it's also produced by Dino De Laurentiis the same year as Barbarella, which he also produced. So anyway, Danger Diabolique has quite a following. Audio commentary by the late John Philip Law. Audio commentary by film historians Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson. And a featurette and a music video by the Beastie Boys. So theatrical trailer and teaser. So anyway, yeah, Danger Diabolique, and one more title being issued by the MVD label, directed by Jack Hill and John Lamb. It is Mondo Keyhole. He dared to do what other men only dream about, and he did it again and again and again. So, restored in 2K from the original uncut 35mm camera negative, a serial rapist relishes his attacks on women, but are they only fantasy? Also, VCI Entertainment and MVD Visual co-releasing this Blu-ray edition of Mondo Keyhole. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is and there's a new commentary here by Rob Kelly and an archival commentary by Jack Hill and Elijah Dreener and a Psychotronica poster and photo gallery. So yeah, so that does it for this edition of Adam's Corner, my Adam's Corner videos, highlighting latest releases. Until the next time, keep those discs spinning.